Hi Disney Cars fans, this is JB to P Mark Sports Channel 5 with another diecast review. Today's diecast review is one of the many new 2025 diecasts in the Race and Rescue line, and more specifically, the 2025 Race and Rescue version of Red, which is probably one of the most interesting diecasts they've done for the Race and Rescue line. Just for the simple fact that, if you can believe it, despite being the main character, this is the first time Red has been released as a single pack. They've released Red multiple times in a 2-pack as a small diecast with the Stanley statue, which was released in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010. Then, in 2011, to coincide with the release of Cars 2, they made a much larger upscale deluxe version of Red and released that in pretty much every year after that, before also releasing a Precision Series version of Red in 2017 in the Precision Series line, which was one of the final cars in the Precision Series before it got discontinued. And then the deluxe version of Red continued also being released every year up until 2022/2023, when they discontinued the deluxe line. They found a workaround with that though by releasing him in a 2-pack, almost reminiscent of the original 2006 through 2010 version with the Stanley statue. However, that 2-pack is not being released this year. As you can see, they have made a version of Red where it's in the middle, and there's one other Red they made, which was a plastic version included in a playset based on the courthouse/fire station, which was one of the 3 buildings they had canceled for the Precision Series, which, as it just happens, is the only version of Red I currently have besides this one, so there will be comparisons later in this video. Anyway, this is also the second time I'm having to record this video, because the first time when I was filming, right as I was unboxing the item, my phone battery died. Anyways. Now, on to the review itself. As you can see, this is pretty much your stock standard Red, with the exception of the fact that he's now got all sorts of logos for Race to the Rescue. Anyways, as you can see, Red's got the Race and Rescue logo on his door. You can see his fenders are now a dark blue. His rims are now yellow, with the center being gray. And on the back portion of Red, where he would normally have the radiator springs lettering, it now says Rescue. And you can see got these yellow stripes on the door, which go down the side, and then are these 3 yellow things at the back. And you can see the extension for Red's hose right here, as well as a bunch of valves and stuff for his hoses and the ladder. On the back, you can see a bunch of taillights for Red, as well as his 002 license plate. As you can see, the right side of Red is the same as the left. You can see Red's ladder and hose are on the top, which on the Precision Series version I mentioned earlier, were actually posable. As you can see, this thread has pretty much the same expression as that 2011 deluxe version they had released. And there's a look at Red's base if you wanted to see anything about that. Now on to the comparisons with the 2023 version. As you can see, they are virtually the same size. And in that original video I was doing before my camera / phone's battery died. I actually tested this red with some of the parts of the courthouse set that the other versions of red don't fit through from what I've seen in reviews. And yep, this does confirm he is the same size as this red. Which also means when I go to do the thumbnail, which this year I decided to make all Disney Cars thumbnail for my reviews of them, an image of the character on a piece of road from that red set with the courthouse from a couple years ago. This version of red will indeed fit without having to get a second piece of track out. As you can see on their sides, this one obviously has thicker detailing due to being a plastic playset version, and also as part of the functionality for that set, you could actually take a little rubber hose end and insert it right here to make it look like red was filling up with water. And you can see they are slightly different shades of red, which could be due to this being the plastic version, but also could be due to it being a race and rescue version right here. As you can see, on the back is the main difference, as the plastic playset version doesn't have this metal grating detail colored in, nor the ends of the extension hoses colored in, I should say. There it is for the right side then, and there's the tops of them. Anyways, this is JBDP Motorsports Fan 05. See you guys next time.